Hi everybody, today I'm doing this video from my car. I want to shake up the scenery a little bit. Sometimes I'll be in the office, sometimes the studio, sometimes on a hike, sometimes by the pool, sometimes I'll be in my car. Today I'm in my car and I want to talk about something that's really near and dear to my heart. Why? I've received 5 inquiries this week about this very topic, a topic that I hear all the time. So ladies, stay-at-home moms, listen very carefully. If you had the D-word discussion with somebody, if you've talked with your husband about getting a divorce, if you've started to plant that seed, you need to begin to strategize your finances. This is really important, and it's something that a lot of times we don't think about until it's too late. This week alone, just this week, it's only Thursday, I've received 5 calls by women who have no access to their money anymore. No access to their money. The husbands have changed passcodes, they've cut off credit cards. Husband has an attorney and they can't find one. And they've called me, help, Susan, what can I do? Well, what can I really do at that point? My only suggestion that I can make is, well, do you have good credit? But wait, you don't have a job, so you have no way to pay back a high credit limit, which is what you will need to get an attorney. Remember, he already has one, or he's out strategizing you and he's shopping around for attorneys. So listen, and listen carefully. You have to make sure that you strategize. Come on, you have to do it. Men are strategizers. Women, we're loving and we're caring, but you got to get this right. Every single one of these women are going to have to either borrow money from friends or family or figure a way. They're going to have to start selling things. This is not the place you want to be. Where you want to be is in a place of power. Now, I'm not telling you to go clean out bank accounts, nothing like that. But make sure you have the money so that you can build your team and get the ball rolling. Because if you don't, you will be behind at the 8 ball, and not just for a day or 2 or 3. You'll feel like the entire time you're going through your divorce that you're trying to play catch up. Now, I'm not saying that you're definitely going to get a divorce. I get that. But if you're already talking about it, I can guarantee that he is, and I don't care what he tells you. He could tell you he loves you, you're the best thing since sliced bread, and he wants to work on your marriage. Maybe he does, but maybe he doesn't. And you all tell me, well, he's a narcissist. He's the worst narcissist. My doctor says it, my therapist says it, my kids say it, everybody says he's the worst narcissist. Well, I don't know if your husband's the worst narcissist, but here's what I do know. If he is, guess what? He is definitely planning. And you don't want to be outplanned. So let me tell you about a person who reached out to me 2 years ago, and she got smart, real fast. She contacted me late on a Friday, like 5:30. I was on my way out the door. I was going to have some fun, right? She told me about her divorce, and her husband had cheated on her. You know, the same story. He's a narcissist. He's terrible, blah, blah, blah. So I said, well, it's the exact thing I just said to you guys. I say it so much I could say it in my sleep. And she said, and she had 3 kids, she didn't work. She said, no, I don't think he's going to do that. He wouldn't do that. Yeah, he's crappy. Yeah, he, cheats on me, but I don't think he would change passcodes. And I don't think, no, he wouldn't do that. We've been together 20 years. He wouldn't do that. I go, okay, fine. Monday morning, remember, this was Friday at 5:30. Monday morning, she called me, sign me up right now. I said, wait, what happened? And she said, you're not going to believe this. Really? Of course I believe it. I said it, but that's okay. Nobody listens to me. But she said, guess what happened? This weekend, I was out with the kids. I was buying them shoes, and my credit card was denied. I said, well, what did you do? Was it like a snafu? Was it like a glitch? She said, no. I came home and he told me he cut off the credit card. I have no access to my American Express. What am I going to do? And I said, do you still have access to any of your accounts? She said, yes. And I said, okay. Now you can't clean the accounts out. I'm not telling you to clean them out. So anybody who's watching this, do not clean out accounts. But half of it is yours, So you need to figure out how much it's going to cost you to pay a strategist or coach, an attorney, maybe a therapist, unless your insurance covers it, and then a little extra, and you take it out of the account. Because if you don't, You will be borrowing money from friends, family, trying to figure a way you will be selling your old prom dress. So I'm telling you, you have to strategize. You do. Now, when I say you have to strategize, you don't have to. But if you don't, I can tell you what's going to happen, and it's not going to be fun. It's going to be a nightmare. And for those people who do strategize, their divorce goes off pretty much without a hitch. Now, again, you're divorcing a high conflict person, and they'll have their general nastiness, but you won't be broke. You won't have to wonder where the next meal is coming from. You won't have to worry about, are you going to be able to make rent? Or are the lights going to be turned off? Or how about your phone? How about your kids' phones? And if you think for a New York nanosecond that these people will not cut you off, I'm here to tell you they will. My emails are flooded every week with these stories. So please strategize. Now, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. My link below. And also, do me a favor, if you don't mind, subscribe to this channel. And if you like what you heard, give us a little thumbs up. This helps the algorithms, and it also will let you know every time I'm posting something so you can hear me tell you how it is. Listen, I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to prepare you. And sadly, what you don't want to hear is what you need to know. But having all this information is power. Putting your head in the sand is not. Putting your head in the sand is what will harm you. All right, so check out my next video, and I'll see you over there.